Hey, I am here with the Mini Jam 69, just playing different people's games, giving my first impressions and feedback. And I am here with no title on the screen. Give him hell! This one looks pretty interesting. So the main menu doesn't have the name. This game is a prototype, so it has a lot of bugs, glitches, missing textures, and more. Please wait for uh, please wait for best experience when full version is released. Well, the mini jam rating period ends in a day, so I will be playing this now. Prototype V01. But this just give my thoughts on the gameplay. So move, slide, shoot, jump, shoot, jump on a wall-to-wall run. Let's play. Oh, it's an FPS. Oh, I'm just curious to look at this model. Oh, let me retry. So I've got to shoot, which is... I didn't see that guy. Whoops! Wow, this is a tiny staircase. Wait, can I like cheese this guy? Can I like kill him by a hideous foot? Doesn't look like it. This is really intense music. Seems like the enemies have hit scan weapons, so I have to be a little careful. So there's wall running, so let's do this. Oh. Oh, it's a little tighter than I thought. One second. So I think it's a thing that when I'm up here, right? I hit spacebar to jump, but if I start moving forward, I become slightly off the ground, and because of that, I can't like run up. I have to like jump and then hit forward. So that's a little awkward, but it's just a prototype. As said, I got you. The wall running is really cool though. Hell, am I just dumb? I feel like I should have had that. This is like just a really awkward terrain to like get up to because I have to like not overshoot it. Okay, let's do this. Whoosh. That is pretty cool though. Okay, there we go. Seemed like I could glitch out of the map. Oh, well, that was unfortunate. So it seems that the wall running is kind of contextual, or completely contextual to these walls. Which definitely helps prevent people from breaking things, but is a little limiting. Oh my god. Me and my 3 fingers can't make the jump. So I need to... Oh my god. It's like I need to get on the wall running as soon as possible because it's not super easy to jump off. I don't feel like I get like that much height. Oh my god, that's so slippery. There we go. Oh my god. I am just a pro. Yeah, the not being able to walk forward on like a slope and jump at the same time is a pretty. It's really chunky. Oh my god. I need to remember I can jump earlier than I think I can. I need to, in fact, just because it does give you a lot of air. There we go, finally. Wait, what? Oh, did I just have to kill all the enemies? Am I... Oh, I'm dumb, aren't I? I'm really big brain. That area wasn't even supposed to be climbed. So 10 HP, 10 HP, or 10 HP. I'll take 10 HP. Okay, so more enemies are going to start spawning in here, right? Hmm. I kind of wish this was more of like a flamethrower weapon, like so I can just hold the click button. Let's just heal. Yeah, some of this terrain is really awkward to get up with the move speed. Like, it's not a super high move speed, but it's kind of... Yeah, so the enemies don't seem to react much at all when I hit them. Although this is super early prototype build, so... Huh. So there's not really that much, like, to talk about here. Like, there's not much game yet. Which is to be expected, like, they do have that big warning on the front. Hey, this is a prototype, it's missing everything, it's buggy. There's... Oop. Oh, main menu doesn't bring me to the main menu. What? At least the sound effects tell me exactly, like, hey, I hit somebody. Man, those hit scans. Is there, like, any way to avoid them, or... Wait, did I miss an enemy? Oh, there. If I, like, slide around? Okay. Huh. Definitely like weird things. Like you'd think I could shoot over this. Just because my cursor isn't over it. Like my hand's only kinda touching it, I guess. I guess my hand is touching it though. So it seems like the only thing that has like art to talk about is the character model. Like the enemy model. Hey, come back here, I wanna look at you. Wait, is that the... That armor looks very Spartan-like. Wait a minute. I kind of want to just look at this. So I think the enemy can't hit me if I'm dashing. So that gives me plenty of time. I don't remember exactly what the Spartans look like in Halo. It's kind of hard to see the back of this guy. But the texturing just looks kind of off. Like, this model doesn't look bad, but it looks like if you manage to make this in the span of the game jam, then that would be pretty crazy. You know what? Give me a second. Did any of this done? Oh, perfect. Come here, come here, come here, baby. Come here, beautiful. Oh, there you go. Yeah, come here, come here. Sorry if, just checking. I don't know if you got... This is a really impressive model to make in, like, a 72-hour span. Yeah, there isn't, like, a whole lot to talk about, because there's not, like, a whole lot of game. It's just a few hit scan enemies spawn in, and you shoot them. That is kind of fun now that I'm used to it, but I did have to kind of adjust to it. So, some of the things to, like, kind of fix with the... Like, with the gameplay that's here. Obviously, there's a lot... Again, main menu was very, very specific. Yo, this is an early prototype, so... But, there's definitely, like, a little bit of jankiness with the movement. I think it's currently, when you have, like, for jumping, it's probably checking that you specifically, that you're specifically touching something. Can you wall, like, jump? No. Maybe it should be a raycast then. So if I, like, stand here and I barely am off, I can still jump. Yeah, I'm, like, definitely not completely on top of the collision anymore, but I can still jump. Yes, for some reason, when I'm moving forward, I just, like, completely fall off. It might be a good idea to, like, shoot a raycast down to see if there's, like, ground straight below you. Or maybe whenever your character leaves the ground, start a timer before they lose their jump. Basically a coyote jump, I guess. Coyote jump being for the first few frames. After you're no longer touching a surface, you can still jump. Because otherwise you have situations like this where you can't jump going down a slope. Which is really, really clunky, especially if you're going to have situations like this. A way to fix this, like, without having to deal with the physics of, like, a coyote jump, is just put a flat platform up here that I can jump off of. That would make it a lot simpler. And obviously this is a level that's going to be, like, fully complete. It's just like a prototype test room. So in that case, like, just for future reference, if you're designing a wall run spot, make sure it's not the only way to get to it isn't down a slope, because otherwise it becomes way clunkier. Another thing, again, it's a prototype, and it's obviously a prototype map, but be careful with, like, things jutting out when you have to, like, jump against it. Because you see, so I have to jump against it, so I have to, like, go forward, press jump, and then hit to the right. But if I go right too early, I'll bonk off it. So I have to, like, time it right. And this is, and wall running is generally for, like, really high speed. Wall running is generally really good for, like, high speed movement. Like, if you think of games with, like, wall runs, usually it's, something where they want you to go fast. They want you to get, like, in tune with the movement, and because of that, like, everything has to kind of be in place so that you don't have to think too much about how you move. You just think, I want to get there, and then you can almost just intuit the movement. Obviously, there's not very much like upgrade options. It's just heals. I like this music. But, yeah. It's pretty obvious the route here, which is kind of nice. Obviously, you're supposed to go there because there's no way you can jump up there. It's like, if this was slightly lower, but still, like, unreachable, maybe I would have thought that I had to jump off that onto it, but since it's so obviously high enough that I don't have to speculate too long if I'm supposed to be able to get up there. So, I think that's weird. So, wait, if I stand still, and then I hit slide, and then I hit move, I think, so if I run around in a circle, I'm curious. I want a single enemy. Oh wow, he just spawned on top of me. So if I run in a circle, definitely some jankiness with the movement. I wish these guys would stop moving. I kind of want to just get a good look at them. Come here, beautiful. Makes sense that their AI doesn't want to get close to me. They have no reason to want to be close to me. Huh. But yeah, it's really hard to comment on anything because it's really hard to tell what this game is trying to be. Like, obviously, it's a shooter with some movement mechanics, and that's it. That's really it. There's not really. So one of the things about like game design in general is that when you're making a game, and this is just mostly regurgitated from a post-mortem by the Darkest Dungeon guys, but when you have to make decisions for that game. There's no feature that's good for every game. And in the example of the Darkest Dungeon, they were talking about like their save system and how there's no like manual saving and you can't save scum. And they made that decision deliberately as a choice for Darkest Dungeon. Give me a second to turn the volume slightly down. There we go. But they made that choice specifically for Darkest Dungeon. No saves because then it devalues a lot of their systems. Like they want you to have to make that decision of do I bring my heroes home, stress them out, get nothing from their failure, etc., etc. They want you to make that choice, and it's not a meaningful choice if you go into a dungeon, you do poorly, you reload. The thing about this game is that there's not enough to even know what it's trying to be yet, and that's fine. It's a prototype, like prototype 0.1, but that's fine. To be fair, like first-person controllers can be pretty janky to build. From my experience, I don't work in 3D very often, so that's pretty much just a baseless statement, but 72 hours is not a lot of time, so you know. But for example, like if the upgrade system was more, it's even slightly more developed, I can kind of maybe get an idea of what the game's trying to be. If there was a level, I could kind of make speculation on what the game wants to be, but this is like a prototype room. It seems weird. The choice in model seems weird, like of an enemy model, just because it is So we shoot fire, and that is a really nice fire effect, by the way. So we shoot fire because the theme was hell, and the limitation was cards had to be a mechanic, and the card mechanic is that. But there's only one type of card, so. But yeah, if this is supposed to be almost like a zombie, like COD zombie sort of survival wave system based game with like upgrades between the wave, that's probably that's the closest I can imagine. But it's hard to tell this early in development because this is just a prototype room, so that could literally just be, the waves could literally just be for testing combat, and it's hard to tell. Wait, can I get up to there from here? Oop. So it does seem like there's a kill box, so I want to get a look at these models. 'Cause they're... They're very brown. They're like a mix of. Oh, there's like a mix of Halo Spartan and like an army dude because of the helmet. But it's definitely like some sort of power armor. I'm just like not 100% sure what this is supposed to exactly be because it looks like power armor. Like some form of like sci-fi power armor. But like just normal hood with like sunglasses. Yeah, there's currently only one firing mode, so it's not even. It's hard to say even what type of weapon types this shooter would want, right? Does it even want rapid fire, or does it want to be like a slower paced, like a slower paced shooter? It makes me think of a. So there's a really good video about like reload animations, a very specific topic, but it talks about how like different games want different reload animations, and like just because like different games, different shooters specifically work at different paces, and it's hard to tell even what pace this game wants to go at. Does it want to be fast or does it want to be slow? Because if these enemies have like hit, I feel like it wants to be fast paced because the dodging seems to negate bullets. I think while I'm sliding, I can't take damage. If you'd fire at me. Oh my god. Yeah. So if I'm sliding, I can't take damage. So that kind of implies that what they want, or like what the end goal of the game might be, is the sort of like fast-paced action. You slide in to, or you run in, you wall jump in, you jump down, you shoot them a few times, you get ready, you anticipate their hit scan because it's instant. You slide towards them, maybe melee them. But again, there's like nothing here to really help me decide what this game wants to be. It's nice that there's a sound effect on enemy hit. Wait a minute. Yeah, that hit sounds familiar. Well, I don't really have much to say. There just isn't much to comment on yet, which I mean I should have expected with it being such an early prototype. So cheers.